Hi, I am Mrs. Fred, and I am very excited about our project today. We're going to be focusing on two things. We're going to be working on line design and variety. So line design, we got to first talk about what a line is. A line is basically when a dot takes a walk across the page, and variety means not using just one art tool or just one shape or one type of line all the way through your art project. We're talking about using a little bit of different things to make your artwork look super interesting. Now, our project today is inspired by a cool artist named Heather Galler. She is a folk artist. Now, folk artists are so cool because they don't have formal training on how to draw, paint, sculpt. They just do what comes naturally to them, and they create from the passion and the interests that they have inside of them. Usually folk art is centered around something that is very important to the artist. It could be family, community, religion, a certain object that has important meaning to that person. So folk art is really great and it's so fun, and Heather Galler's work is super cool. And I'm very excited to take the style of Heather Galler and turn it into something that I like. I'm going to use just these simple lines to create a work of art that has pizzazz and interest. And I'm going to challenge you to come up with your own lines and your own way of drawing to make your artwork look super interesting. So, what are we doing? We're using line and variety to create folk art fish. So, let's get going. You ready?
Look at Heather Galler's art. This is a little sample of what she does, and there's so much variety in here, and that makes her art super interesting to look at. Okay, if you don't know how to draw a fish, I'm going to walk you through how to draw the basic shapes. I start with a curved line on top and a curved line on bottom, and then what I'm going to do is just take a little diagonal line up from one side of that football shape, and a diagonal line down. Now we have the beginning of a fish body and a tail. And we've used our curved lines and two straight diagonal lines. Now we're going to move on. You can choose any line here, but I'm going to go for a zigzag line here, and that completes the tail. For the fin on top, I'm going to use a cloud line, and I think I'm going to do one on the bottom. Alright, we have our basic fish shape. I love to add two little ovals on the edge for these silly little fish lips. Yes. And now our fish needs an eye. I'm going to put it right about here. And let's see. This is where I'm going to start with my inspiration from Heather Galler. Just going to do a circle with a little circle in between. And this is her signature style for flowers. These spokes in between the circles, which are just little diagonal lines. I've got a cloud line around it for a flower and a curved line. Now I'm going to start using fun lines and a variety of lines to make my fish look interesting. So now that we have our shape, I want you to have some fun decorating your fish. Here we go. So my fish is done, and I have a little fish buddy with him, and now I'm going to add some super fun details to give my fish a world to live in. Now, don't forget, even when you're making your world, we're using variety in line, and it's going to be so fun. It's like creating your own coloring book. And the best part is adding lots and lots of fun and funky colors. I hope you are having a good time with this project. Woohoo! Okay, I have to admit it, I love this project so much that I actually created a second one. And maybe you can do the same. Maybe give it to somebody that you really appreciate or someone who needs a little bit of brightness in their day. Awesome work today. I cannot wait to do another project with you.